emptiness. September the 15th. We think that if we can just get enough food, enough sex, enough money, we'll be satisfied. And everything will be alright. They can check page 80. In our addiction, we can never get enough drugs or money or sex or anything else. Even too much was never enough. There was a spiritual emptiness inside of us. So we tried as hard as we could to fill the emptiness ourselves. We never succeeded in the end. We realized that we lacked the power to fill it. It would take a power greater than ourselves to do that. So we stopped using. We stopped trying to fill the emptiness in our gut with things. We turned to our higher power. We asked for its care, strength, and direction. We surrendered to and made ways for the power to begin the process to fill in our inner void. We stopped grabbing things and started receiving the free gift of love our higher power had for us. Slowly, our inner emptiness was being filled. Now that we've been given our higher power, gift of love, what do we do with it? If we cast the gift tightly to ourselves, we will smoothen it. We must remember that love goes only when it is shared. We can only keep this gift by freely giving it away. The word of addiction is the word of taking and being taken. The word of recovery is the word of giving and being given. And with it, we would do to choose our lives. Just for the day, I choose to live in the fullness of recovery. I will celebrate my conscious contact with the God of my understanding by freely sharing with others that which has been freely given, shared with me.
Thanks for reading. Thanks for reading all of them. How much time you got clean, brother?
About 6 months.
All right, 6 months. All right. Thank God for last night's rest, this morning rise. Thank God for His grace and His mercy. Grace is always giving me what I don't deserve, and mercy is not giving me what I do deserve, and for that I'm eternally grateful. How everybody doing?
Good.
All right. My name's Derek McKnight. My partner Robert Hayes is here in the spirit. He's not here in the physical. And together we call the Minds of Men. Non-profit, spiritual organization. We don't deal with religion. Tonight I want to talk about boundaries. Boundaries, all right? I found this paper in my bag. I said, you know what? This be something good that we haven't been talked about. And this might be something that we all can learn something new about ourselves, or just embellish on what we already know about. Boundaries are so important. All right? Anybody, before we get started, got anything on their hearts and mind they want to talk about? Good, bad, or indifferent? I want I got a moment of silence. My heart goes out for the sister that used to be here when we used to have women here. But we've been coming here for a while, and women used to be here along with the men. And one of the sisters used to volunteer, right? And she passed away. So, you know, yeah. So, you know, for those who didn't know that, she was a good sister right there, right? Yeah. But it's no joke, man, for real. And listen, till they bury us 6 feet deep, we can't take no breaks from this thing called what? Recovery. No breaks. All right? Okay. Anybody got anything on the hearts and mind they want to talk about? Come on, what's your name?
My name's JD.
JD?
Yeah.
How you doing, friend?
I'm great. I just want to say, give the group a push up, because we all been like locked in together, and I know we got a lot of personalities, and I didn't see nothing crazy went down. You know what I mean? I was worried that motherfuckers are gonna get tired of being in here, get frustrated, and some people gonna snap. And to my knowledge, there's been no physicality, and that's some good shit, and let's take men to do that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Very good. How much time you have clean?
44 days.
All right. God bless. Come on, Arthur.
Yeah. I just like to share where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm just trying hard right now. You know, even being locked in here and not being able to get out, like the blessings are still coming.
Yes, sir.
Like, my friend came to see me today, even though we had a few minutes to talk. but it was good to see her. You know, it's good to see that people care about you genuinely without looking for something in return.
Yes, sir.
You know, and then I got a chance to talk to my daughter. She just had a baby.
Okay,
You know,
congratulations.
this is my first grandson, you know what I mean? And like, I'm just like real excited, you know. He's like, yo, Dad, I can't wait for you to be able to come out. But take 2 weeks after they let you off of that thing before you come around this baby.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing happening with the baby. And I want you to get some pictures of you and the baby.
Right.
So like, I've just been feeling great ever since, man.
Yeah.
It seems like these walls don't close in no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it's widening up for me. You know what I mean? The longer I stay clean, the more the blessings come.
That's right. God bless you, brother. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right. I'm praying for that day to be a grandpa.
Yeah, boy, that's a good one. He's long, man. Already look like you're 1
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll tell you a picture when we over.
All right. Okay. Anybody else? Let's get into it. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Boundaries. Number 1, physical boundaries. Refer to personal space and physical touch. Healthy physical boundaries include an awareness of what's appropriate and what's not. In various settings and types of relationships, a hug, handshakes, or a kiss. Physical boundaries may be violated if someone touches you when you don't want them to, or when they invade your personal space. For example, rummaging through your bedroom. Physical boundaries. Anybody want to take a swing at that pitch right there? Physical boundaries. Why is that very important? Physical boundaries. Anybody? Come on.
Yeah, I would just say physical boundaries. I don't want you doing something to me that, I'm gonna do something to you that you wouldn't do to me. So, you know, we're all men, you know what I mean? You know where the confined area and shit. We can stay out each other's way, you know what I mean? If you see somebody going through something, you know what I mean? Either try to help them, and then you talk to them, or not just don't, you know what I mean? You don't ever know what somebody's going through. You know what I mean? So I know people that died, and they were dealing with somebody death in their family, and then somebody just fucking around and said something, just joking around, and he went off on it, you know what I mean? Swing it. So, you know, you gotta get people that give me these boundaries. I know it's hard in here, but you know, it's possible, and for the most part, everybody has, and I think that's what's keeping the conflict out.
Very good. Very good. How about people who talk and touch? You know people like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they talk when they talking and they be touching also. All right, okay. Physical boundaries. All right. When you come to the kitchen, everybody supposed to what? Wash their hands, right? Real small stuff, right? Real small stuff. All right, now listen, this is not our house, so somebody's in the back. Who got bathroom details? I know we had a brother at Surge. You know, he made sure that the bathroom was clean.
Well,
Even if it
I
wasn't
make sure
his.
My bathroom is clean.
Okay.
I don't know about everybody. Everybody got their own bathroom. I make sure my bathroom is clean.
Y'all everybody got their own bathroom?
No, I got OCD. Some 2 rooms share bathroom, but some
Got
rooms,
you.
everybody has, majority has their own bathroom.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Derek, like it's me, him, and we got another roommate.
Okay.
But we clean it 2-3 times a day. Whoever takes a shower, we clean it.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good.
everybody, the 4 people that does that, everybody does clean the shower after, but I'm saying I clean the sink, I clean the toilet, I mop the bathroom. Like that's I'll do everything else, but just when you get out the shower, please spray it, wipe it down after yourself. I'll
Okay.
do everything else unless you want to do it if I'm not there, but I normally do everything but the shower. Because
Okay.
everybody takes turns doing the shower.
All right. Real important. How much time y'all clean, brother?
A little over 4 months.
All right. God bless. How much time you got right here?
Today.
Today. All right. God bless. All right, for those who coming down, we talking about boundaries. My name is Derek McKnight. Our organization is called Minds of Men. We talking about boundaries. The first one, what? Physical boundaries. Physical boundaries. Very important about physical boundaries. Not letting people too much up in your space. Some people don't know how to play. Stop playing. Anybody always playing in here?
Oh yeah, we got
Shit.
Raise your hand, bro.
It's okay. It's all about what? Balance. All right. Play, but what? Work on you. Anybody hear that? All right. How about if a brother not having a good day, and he woke up on the wrong side of the bed? Usually he play, but this time he's snapping.
Yeah.
How do we approach that brother?
Smack him.
Stay out of the way.
Smack him first, yeah.
Stay out
He
of
said
the way.
smack
Come
him.
on, you good.
You gotta get him before he gets you.
That what you say?
Or ask you what you got.
What's
something
going
to
on
get
with
off-
you?
What's something you need to talk about? Something.
Right.
Get something off your chest.
Right. There you go. Right. Or if you don't want to talk, just give him his space,
Yeah,
right?
Space.
There you go.
It don't hurt to ask like you want to talk about it. No,
Right.
I'm here if you do want to talk about it.
Very good. Real important. Real important. How about quiet brothers who never talk?
it's hard to read them. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, you
they're
better watch out for
always
them
the same.
niggas.
Watch out for them.
Them sound niggas, you better watch out for them.
Yeah, but they always the same. They can't tell when they're going through something. You know what I mean? I have, even though I'm talking to you, I don't know you. If I see, like, you know what I mean, you or something ain't right, I'll go ask you and try to see if I can help. But some people that are quiet, you can't tell when they're going through something, that they look like they're doing the same thing they usually do.
Right. That's good food, JD. That's good. How many men in here is hard for you to? Oh, come on. What's your name?
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Rick.
Rick. What's up, Rick?
Some people just don't like talking about shit
Okay.
a lot. You know, they don't like putting shit on the table and having people examine their fucking little detail. You know, I don't.
That's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My man. I'm glad you put it out there. All
Yeah,
right.
that's my man. That's my Rick.
Yeah, I'm. You know, it's not that there's anything wrong with them. You know, not that I kill you or nothing. I mean,
Some people just don't like talking
I just
about
don't like. You know, I'm not a big talker. So I mean, I talk to people I know, but I don't. You know, when people come in the room, I don't. You know, well, look at me. You know,
Right.
Put on a show. I don't. Some people just do that though. I mean, I
Right.
know a lot of people that do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, but do you do whatever's bothering you? Do get it out somehow, some way, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I have a lot of
I-
shit buried, but I mean, I do talk to some people.
Okay. All right. Anything that you holding that's on reserve, that's still inside you,
Oh yeah.
are those elements still cause you to get high? Could get high? If you don't talk about it, start working on it.
So,
Yeah.
Anybody hear that question?
some and so.
Yeah.
Would be at least.
Okay.
I don't like to blame it on anything, but
I understand.
Some shit might have an influence on it.
Got you.
Would trigger.
Thank you for sharing that trigger. Very good. Thank you for sharing that, Mike. I'm gonna sub you clean.
Rick.
Chris.
Rick.
I'm sorry. Rick. I'm sorry, Rick. I'm gonna sub you clean, Rick.
Almost a month.
Almost a month. Congratulations. Anybody else in here? It's hard to really talk about what's going on inside with you, like Rick was just talking about. He don't want people to just start dissecting and analyzing what's going on, what he put on the floor.
Yeah, that's-
Everybody hear that?
Yeah, that's-
Some people do number check-ins at Kurt Bride. How you doing today, Mr. McKnight? I'm a 10. Lying my ass off. I'm really a 3.
Negative
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. He said a -2. Right, exactly. Right. See, so I say I'm feeling good to keep you quiet.
But when that curve out, when they ask you your goal and you say the goal, but you don't do that goal when they ask you and later that night, you complete your goal, you say complete, you look at that nigga like, no you didn't, dog.
Yeah.
Say you wasn't gonna cuss or some bullshit. You didn't even know you cuss, you stab, you stab.
Uh-huh.
No.
To see, cause see, my mind and my lips is always connected.
Yeah.
I always say good things because I think manipulation. My mind is always on manipulation mode. So if I'm not thinking manipulation, I'm gonna speak manipulation. But time tells her what? Everybody. And what's done in the dark,
Comes to light.
that's right. And what's in the wash, on the rinse. Alright, so there need to be no program detectives. Anybody hear that?
Dang.
And no program detectives in here?
Where you at? We in the kitchen. That nigga, we in the kitchen.
Boundaries is one, alright? We talking about boundaries. What's up, Mike? How you doing? Dave, how you doing, Dave? Boundaries is one. We talking about physical boundaries. That's number 1. Number 2 is intellectual. Intellectual boundaries refer to thoughts and ideas. Healthy intellectual boundaries include respect for other ideas and awareness of appropriate discussions. Should we talk about the weather or politics? Intellectual boundaries are violated when someone dismisses or belittles another person's thoughts and ideas. Anybody want to speak to that? Intellectual boundaries. Anybody? Somebody ideas and thoughts, you dismiss them. How about if it don't be in here? How about your lady? How about the kids? Anybody? Had that been done to you? You've been belittled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Unappreciated.
Last night, my kid's mom told me I'm still manipulating her, like, and I don't even know it. You know, like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, she's like, you're trying to get a ride out of me, you don't even know, like, pick me up or trying to work it. And I'm like, I don't even realize that I was doing it. But when she broke it down to me, it sounded like manipulation and shit. So I'm like, I mean, maybe she called me, I mean, in the cookie in the jar, I didn't even know. You know what I mean? But after she broke it down to me, it's like I'm still doing that shit and I'm not even trying. I think it's like, I'm hoping it's not instilled in my mind. I'm trying to work on it.
Okay. Alright. You take a look at it when she said it to you?
It makes sense, yeah.
Okay. Smart man. Who used their intelligence for wickedness? Who used their intelligence for wickedness? Oh, we got a hand. What's your name?
Daniel.
What's up, Danny?
Intelligence.
I just, I always thought I was the smartest person in the room, or the slickest,
Yeah.
or the one with the best scheme, or the,
You always try
You
to
know-
be a monster.
yeah.
Yeah.
That shit ain't really cool. You know what I mean? Now with a couple good amount of time clean, I look at them behaviors
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, they make me sick.
Mm-hmm.
How could I live like that? You know, why did I do the things I did? But these are things I try to break down and think about, you know, and see what I can learn from these behaviors and try not to have them behaviors. But like, you know, just getting clean. You can be clean but not in recovery.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta really want to change the way that you think, the way that you act, the way that you respond. You know, because otherwise you're not truly clean. You don't truly get to enjoy life for what life is. And it took me a while to get that. You know, I'm not getting high, so I'm clean. But nah, I still thought the same way. I was still acting the same way. I just wasn't shooting dope. You know? So, I don't know.
Good food, Dane. That's what's up. How much time y'all clean, brother?
I don't know, like 6 months probably.
6 months. All right. God bless. Come on. What's your name?
Pat,
Hey, Pat.
I don't know, you can act dumb so somebody else can do the work. You know what I mean? It's a kind game, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is that you? Used to be?
Well, I was, yeah.
Okay.
So, you know,
What made you stop, Pat?
it's not worth it, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It just goes back to the same old thing, you know what I mean? Like, I wind up being a con artist, and not just scam, you know what I mean? I'm scamming myself. I'm not trying to learn, I'm letting other people do the work, so I get the credit and all that shit. I don't do that today, you know what I mean?
Very good.
I try to like hold my own, you know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? I try not to piggyback off somebody else's, you know, goodness, you know what I mean? I
Okay.
get my own, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I just got it from my own, you know?
How much time y'all clean?
7 months.
7 months. How about Brainiac Dum Dums? Brainiac Dum Dums. We'll talk about that. Come on.
I just want to say one thing that something he said had really touched me.
Uh-huh.
You can act dumb,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? So people help.
Yeah.
I caught myself doing that this week. I have my case manager on the phone, and we're talking about filling out paperwork and this and that. And I was trying to like basically get her to do the work.
Uh-huh.
And she called me out on it, and it made me reflect. You know, like, what am I doing that? And then I realized I was, you know. So, but that's all. I'm gonna let other people, you know.
That's what's up.
I can relate to that. You know?
That's good, man. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Come on. Anybody else? Brainiac Dum. Who dummy down for dummies? Anybody did that before? You smart, but guess what? Your crew, you might have been the sharpest. My mother said, if everybody think like you, Dirk, you need new friends. You need new friends because you're not growing no more. And we all know how to talk about robbing people. We know how to talk about drugs and doping and manipulation and tricking and going to the games drunk, inebriated. We know how to die, but it's time to learn how to what? To live. Right? And that's why they say eagles don't hang with chickens. And if you're an eagle, don't be in the chicken coop. Right? Learn to fly. I was scared to fly by myself because I figured that it was, I feel like I couldn't succeed if I had to be with somebody. I had codependency. It was hard for me to tell another brother no. So I would dummy down for cats. They wasn't dumb. They were smart. They were smart dummies. I would dummy down for smart dummies, and I became a smart dummy. Know it and don't apply it. Brag about it and still don't have nothing. And still ain't putting the steps to work in. Talking clean, living dirty. Dressed up, trash can. Yeah, trying to fake it till I make it. And I never made it faking it. I had to get real to make it. Even with 14 years, I still got what? Today. Intellectual boundaries, brainiac dum-dums, using their intelligence for wickedness, or having people do your work for you. Good job, these two right here. Good fool. Come on. You want to say something?
Yeah, I was saying with the situation with when I was like I don't know, a lot of addicts are like that. I'm like a chameleon, I guess. Like my kid's mom, like in the suburbs, she hangs with all suburban rich people and rich white people that got money and shit like that.
Yeah.
I can go up there and I'll be sophisticated as shit. Man. I'm gonna go, you know what I mean? I'll be totally different.
Yeah.
You know, but then when I come back to people that I grew up with and shit, I'm like, you know what I mean, motherfucker, that like this and all that. And like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't. It's the same way. Like, if kids come in the room, I can stop and I can't curse. It's like it's in my brain. It just changes. You know, it's weird. You know what I mean?
It remind me of The Talented Mr. Ripley. Y'all see that movie, The Talented Mr. Ripley?
Yeah.
Real smart. And some people will study you just to manipulate you. Ain't no people like that?
Oh my God.
That's why I understand what you're talking about. You gotta have discernment when you share. Because everything ain't for the four. There's some sick individuals in here. We all sick. But some people are sicker than others. And that's why they say never cast your pearls before what? Swine. Everybody understand that? That comes from the word of God right there. Because when you put out something that's spiritual, people who are not spiritual, they were disrespected. They were straight up disrespected. How about this right here? Emotional boundaries. Emotional boundaries. That's what? Refer to a person's feelings. Healthy emotional boundaries include limitations on when to share and when not to share personal information. For example, gradually sharing personal information during the development of relationship, as opposed to revealing everything to everyone. Emotional boundaries are violated when someone criticizes, belittles, invalidates another person's feelings. Emotional boundaries. Anybody want to take a swing at that one? Come on, emotional boundaries. Feelings and emotions. Anybody? Come on, what is this? Witness protection program? What's going on? Come on, everybody just took their meds? What's happening? Emotional boundaries. Come on, we as men, who we can identify with how you feeling?
A lot of men don't want to talk about like shit like that.
And we need to.
I know. I mean,
Cause them cool days, the Fonz and Happy Days and John Wick and Iron Man, Batman, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, the Invisible Man, all that. Listen, the Expendables, all these superheroes. We try to put those on in what? In recovery. Front for cats who don't give a damn about me. That used to be my MO right there. So I had to learn, and I didn't know how to identify my feelings. I had to get a feeling list. You heard about, y'all seen the wheel of emotions, wheels of feelings? And identify it. That's me, I'm a hater. But why I'm a hater? Because I want what you got. Because I think what I have ain't good enough. So I'm always looking at somebody else's front yard or backyard and ignoring the blessing God gave me. Feelings and emotions. I'm lazy and procrastinate. How come? Anybody like that in here? Feelings and emotions. I only get motivated when I get angry. When somebody pissed me off. Now I'm ready to what? Get active. Or somebody ODs or dies. Now I don't want to take my recovery serious. Because I don't want to be the next one in the what? In the casket, in the morgue. Exactly. Feelings and emotions. We got to learn to start talking about them. Come on, brother.
I was gonna say, comment when you like, you looking at your yard and someone else's yard. And
Yeah.
what they have. You know, I heard someone told me something a long time ago that stuck with my brain. You know, the key in life is to not to have what you want, but to want what you have. You know, 'cause you always want like the other this and all that, and you're not appreciating what you already have. Like you got some good blessings. You're looking at you want more, but you got some real good things in your life. Like, don't worry about that. Appreciate the things you got. And you don't look, because you don't look past them, and then, I mean, some people don't. You might lose it.
Very good. Indifference. I thought I was ignorant. Ignorant means not to know. I thought all Caucasian men were what? Biased to blacks and people that's not Caucasians. And God had to show me something when I went to Eagleville. And we used to do groups at the Einstein building. They shut that down now, the Einstein. And 90% of the guys were Caucasian males. And we do ministry. And God was saying, look what you see. He said, and every time we come down there, be like mostly Caucasian guys. He said, do you want to stop coming here because of what they look like? Or you want to stay and understand it's the heart that matters. It's the mind that matters. It's the emotions that matters. Not his color, not his race, but how he feel. That's what's important. So I stayed. And it come to find out all men, all Caucasian guys are not biased. You feel what I'm saying? You might got some that's quiet on the hush hush on the low low. You got some black supremacists who don't like no other race but the black race. And I learned that listen, some people are homophobic. Anybody homophobic in here? Find somebody. I was watching a football game. The Ravens against the Los Angeles Raiders. One of the guys announced that he came out the closet a football player. Gay. Gay.
Number 87.
He played defense, right? Yeah.
Uniform and number.
All that tackling. Can you imagine? You want him to tackle you? Yeah, right. Come on. That's like when Magic Johnson said he had HIV and he came back and played basketball, and people was playing Magic Johnson like off. Wouldn't even touch the brother. You hear what I'm saying? So like emotions, y'all, we all got them. We got to learn to start talking about them. Everybody hear that? Because if he worrying about a cigarette, and he worrying about getting the hell out of here, he worrying about beating somebody's ass, and he worrying about, relocating. And listen, the only thing's missing from over here is a bag of dope. Everybody hear that? We got to learn to start opening up and start talking, but easy does it. Discernment. Everything ain't for everybody. One guy from the Bronx, when we used to do Bruce and Trenton. Anybody from Jersey in here? Jersey in the house? We used to do Bruce and Trenton for a whole year straight. That's right. And one guy said, listen, his father left home, but his uncle, his father brother, used to molest him for years. And he wound up hating his uncle and his father for leaving. And he was going to kill his uncle for violating him. And he got in there, he was in that room crying like a baby. Because he got into his feelings. He couldn't hold it no more. He had to let it out. And he felt better when he cried and he talked about it. But he was a young boy when it happened. But he was still holding it all those years. Feelings and emotions. We as men need to start addressing those feelings and emotions. Because 9 times out of 10, it can lead us to get back and get high. Anybody hear that? Emotional what? Boundaries. Very important. How about sexual boundaries? Sexual boundaries. Let's see what they say about that one. Refers to emotional, intellectual, and physical aspects of sexuality. Healthy sexual boundaries involve mutual understanding and respect of limitations and desires between sexual partners. Sexual boundaries can be violated with unwanted sexual touch, pressure to engage in sexual acts, leering, or sexual comments. Sexual boundaries. When a woman says no, does that mean no?
No, that means keep going.
What'd you say?
Means keep going.
He said keep going. 5 to 10, or 10 to 20. Come on, what you say about what's your name?
I'm saying not always, could be a game.
What's your name?
Dave.
Dave. All right, can you tell if she playing?
Nah, I used to just feel them out.
You feel them out? All right,
When I blow the brake whistle, I usually stop.
About it down. How much time y'all clean, Dave?
About 6 months.
Give it to him, y'all. About 6 months. Anybody else? Come on, sexual boundaries. Anybody want to talk about that? Anybody listen, you trying to get yourself together. Like me, I watch a lot of porno movies. Yeah, porn. Anybody? I used to watch Smoke Coke and watch porns. That was my twist. That was hard for me to stop that. Listen, I used to pipe up. Hey, listen, I used to be up here and she used to be down there. Anybody catch that? Yeah. I'm up here, she down here. Now we know, listen, if she don't get started before I light up. Yeah.
Like someone walks in the room,
Ain't nothing jumping off. Come on, I'm wasting money. Yo, come on, leave. Get out of here. Come on, you had your head up.
No, I was just going to ask you, was she tying your sneaker when she
Funny dude. No, but if she not listening, performing oral sex first before I light up, it becomes a frightened turtle, right? Because and he don't come out. He don't come out. And I don't care how much coke you throw on the
how
table.
good the coke is.
But I always get that raggedy coat. Have you crazy, breaking shades and all that madness. Sexual boundaries, masturbation, problem. Porno movies, problem. When a man is sexually undisciplined, what can happen? When a man is sexually undisciplined, what can happen?
Rape.
Yeah, gotta go. Yes, a lot of things can happen, right?
Yeah.
Sexist responsibilities. Anybody got a woman? Anybody had sex with a woman and she started to cry afterwards?
Oh, she got to fuck about it, yeah.
That happened to me one time. You know why? I believe we hit something that she was what?
Molested?
No, probably so. When we had sex, after sex she started After the sex she started to cry. It wasn't me. It was something that was unresolved issues. Anybody hear that?
You the button, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. Right, but I was scared. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I put my clothes on quick as hell. I didn't know what was going on. But sexual boundaries, all right? What's another example? Masturbation.
Kids.
Pornography. Prostitution. Anybody? Come on. Anybody? I used to go down Kensington when I first came from Baltimore City. I had a blue Corolla, and I was trying to find the spots that had where they had the hottie hots at. Trying to find the spots where the hottie hots was, right? And I was a kid. I didn't know I was in Kensington.
They hot already.
And I was driving that kid. I said, "What the hell is going on?" She got a needle in her arm, like the Night of the Living Dead. She walking like this, blood coming out her eyes. She waving, half of her head. Oh, listen, I said, "Let me get the hell out of here." Then I go up an Old York Road.
How much are you gonna pay me to fucking get
Oh, you sure? You gonna go your road,
Yeah.
you might get a sling up your joint.
No, that was women back then. No, it was women back then. It ain't really talking about, it's guys up there with high heels talking about,
Yeah, you want to have a husky.
I didn't have that experience, but my whole point is, when a man is sexually undisciplined, listen, we invite so much what? Chaos and confusion in our lives. That's very important. Anybody got the discipline to tell a woman no if she want it? Wow.
That's a good one.
Okay. Hey, who seen my man the movie Robert De Niro? He was a boxer. What was that called? Raging Bull. Remember he had to discipline himself not to have sex? He had to put ice on his testicles and all that, right? And she wanted it, but he wouldn't give it to her. That's discipline. Telling somebody no because you got something, you got something to do. Sexual boundaries. Sexual boundaries. All right, okay. How about material? Material boundaries.
Money.
Money? All right, why you say money? Who said money? Come on, what's up? Okay. All right. What's your name?
Okay.
Hey, how much time you clean? All right, God bless. All right, you're right. Refer to money and possessions. Healthy material boundaries involve setting limits on what you share and with whom. For example, it may be appropriate to lend a car to a family member, but properly not to someone you met this morning. Material boundaries are violated when someone steals or damages another person's possessions, or when they pressure them to give or lend them their possessions. Material boundaries. Anybody? Anybody touching anything that don't belong to you? Anybody? That's a lack of integrity. Come on.
My food's always missing out of the fridge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That shows real disrespect.
Yeah. Do you put your name on it?
Yeah.
And they still violate you. Yeah. Yeah, that's broke.
They run in the fucking bathroom and eat it.
Crazy. Yeah, they go to the bathroom and eat that shit.